Tempe. As he exited the practice floor at the Weather Up Center, Bobby Hurley's son stopped him. Still bewildered at the previous hour's events, he looked his father in the eye. "I just realized I never got to say congrats," the younger Bobby said. Bobby Hurley and Arizona State are going dancing for the first time since the 2013-14 season and for the first time since Hurley came to the program in 2015. It didn't come easy, especially after the Sun Devils got off to a school record 12-0 start and no. 3 ranking in the AP poll, only to have it appear to wash away and find themselves firmly on the NCAA Tournament bubble after dropping 5 of their last 6 games, including a double-digit loss to Colorado in the first round of the NCAA Tournament. "Believe me, it's been an excruciating 3 days," Hurley said. "It's just the scenarios you play. You're looking at all different people that are making projections, watching all these conference tournaments wrap up, see what these teams are doing. I had a list of teams I was looking at and seeing what their seasons looked like. You put yourself through hell. I put us in that position, unfortunately, where we had to scramble. With their fate outside of their hands, all the Sun Devils could do was wait. I haven't watched this much basketball, paid more attention than I have these last couple days," said senior guard Cody Justice. It was nerve-wracking. Justice and Holder rode together to their selection Sunday watch party. As they got ready, they scarfed down 3 donuts each just to overcome the stress and jitters. "We were sad, just a bunch of mixed emotions," Holder said. "After we lost to Colorado, I didn't watch any basketball until yesterday. I didn't try to pay attention to anything." As the group met at Hurley's house Sunday afternoon, most projections found ASU on the wrong end of the bubble. The names of the schools were to be announced in alphabetical order, meaning the Sun Devils would quickly learn their fate. It was good news. Holder broke down in tears. Shannon Evans, Justice and Hurley were all among those jumping in Hurley's pool. Across the country, Dan Hurley, Bobby's brother and the head coach at Rhode Island, couldn't contain his emotion. "As soon as we saw Alabama before us, and we saw our name, the first thing I thought was, where's Coach?" Justice said. "I jumped and gave Coach a hug. We jumped. We all celebrated. We were screaming. We were all talking about, if we make it, we were all jumping in the pool. It was just cool to celebrate with these guys. The first person I called was my dad, because we've just seen so much. It was awesome just to see and talk to people. I've grown up watching ASU, so to take them to the tournament and be a part of this, it's awesome. I couldn't even really watch it," Holder said. "I was kind of away from the team, just because I was afraid to see what was going to happen. I was so excited when I heard that I fell to the ground. I started crying, just because of how I've gotten better as a person and as a player here. You go through a coaching change, been through a lot here, and I was just happy." After a dip in the pool, Hurley dialed his brother, Dan, who'd also made the tournament as a No. 7 seed in the Sun Devils' same region. "He is such a good brother, and we have such a strong relationship," Hurley said. "You had no idea how much more pressure he put on himself this morning. I felt terrible that he was thinking about that." It was a sense of accomplishment for Hurley, whose teams had only won 15 games in each of his first 2 years. A 2-time NCAA national champion and 3-time Final Four participant as a player, this will be Hurley's second journey to the big dance as a coach after he made it with Buffalo in 2014-15. "When we started this journey this year, I think our goal and our mission was to try and get into the NCAA tournament," Hurley said. "We've accomplished that, and I think it's a tremendous feeling. To experience that, it's second to none. It's why you put all the work in and pay your dues and have all the sacrifices these guys make to put yourself in that position. It made it more emotional, and just to do it for the first time here at Arizona State with the group of guys I have so much respect for, it was rewarding," Hurley said. Even an hour later, back at the Weather Up Center, the players stood in a mix of euphoria and disbelief. "Did you hear that? We made the tournament," freshman guard Remy Martin joked. "You had to break your nose for this," freshman forward Romello White said to junior Dequan Lake. The Sun Devils cracked the field of 68 teams, barely. ASU will face Syracuse on Wednesday as the pair of 11 seeds work to play themselves into the field of 64 and face 6-seed TCU. Even with an extra hurdle, Hurley was grateful. "If you're in the tournament, that's all that matters," he said. "We have a chance to compete for a championship, and if your name wasn't called, then you can't do that." After his son embraced him walking off the practice floor, Hurley kept shaking his head.